Welcome to Black and Gold Today, brought to you by Cadillac of New Orleans. I'm Rachel Whittaker. The Saints really didn't want to take another hit in the secondary, but that's what's happened, as Keenan Lewis is out 4 to 6 weeks with hip surgery. This leaves all kinds of questions for the Saints at cornerback, with 7 others on the roster now, and 1 more cut down left. So, projected starters in the secondary have had almost no playing time together. And of course, there's the Jairus Byrd saga we could spend a whole show on. So, Saints columnist Larry Holder is here in the studio now to chat about this turmoil in the secondary. I mean, Jairus Byrd, did he evaporate? Not exactly sure about that.
He's on the MIA list rather than the PUP list, the missing in action list. But yeah, like you said, look, there's a lot of turmoil within that secondary. Keenan Lewis is the newest one, and that will certainly take you a step back. He's really going to be the only true starter from that Texans game that played in that game, and now you're not going to be with him going forward. But look, this brings Delvin Breaux square to the starting lineup. You're basically replacing West Bank, and the East Bank moves in with the old McDonough 35, former standout. But this is a blow. There's no question about it. Now, what do the Saints do? Do they want to short-term IR him? That option will be available depending on how long.
Yeah, they just get it for one player, right?
Right, one player. Last year they totally burned it on Kyrie Fort. Total disaster. Don't know why they ever did that. They're probably asking themselves the same thing. But you look at the secondary and cornerback specifically. Delvin Breaux and Brandon Browner are going to be your starters. And if I'm a Saints fan, I would at least take in solace that Browner, Breaux, and I'm even going to throw in Damian Swann. I'd say those 3 players are better than any of your number 2 cornerbacks that you had last year. So that's at least a plus. So at least at secondary, you'll have 4 guys that you could figure are more than serviceable. You'll have Browner, Breaux, Raphael Bush will start for Mr. MIA, Jairus Byrd, and Kenny Vaccaro should be back. Practicing yesterday, in and out of practice, but they were saving him up. He'll be ready week 1 as well.
Right, and actually Keenan, against Houston, he was flagged for pass interference, I remember, on one play. So didn't exactly make a huge impact in that game at all. But I mean, Brandon Browner, like we said, he's been hurt. But yeah, I'm confident, just like you, that he's going to go in week 1. And Delvin Breaux too. I mean, he got his debut in the Superdome last week, and now it looks like he's going to be able to be a week 1 starter too. Now, Larry, if you're the Saints, would you consider exploring elsewhere? I mean, a lot of cuts are about to happen, and so, or do you think they're more satisfied with the depth they've got?
Now, you're not looking for a plug for week 1 on the waiver wire. That's just not happening. I know a lot of people see a guy like Tim Jennings. He's been out there, visited Tampa. I don't see them going that route. If you're going to go after someone, and look, they already did. They picked up Sammy Seamster off the waiver wire yesterday
Miami,
as part of those transactions, and so if the Saints go anywhere, they're going to wait till those final cuts come down because they may like someone better than Seamster on the waivers. But I think they're confident in the 4 guys that they have outside of Keenan Lewis, Browner, Breaux. You look at Damian Swann, who will be the nickel cornerback instead of Breaux, and Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
Right.
He's firmly on the roster, as well as he's shown some improvement in camp, and
especially now.
Right, he's definitely going to be on the roster. So those 4, and then Seamster will make 5. It's just another question mark the Saints are going to have to deal with going into 2015.
Right, they've already had enough, but yet again, the injury bug bites Keenan Lewis. So, Larry, we'll talk a lot more about this. Hopefully it doesn't last too long for the Saints, but thanks so much again. Appreciate it.
You got it. Thanks, Rachel.
And we'll be right back.
To own the finest luxury vehicles in the whole world, you've got to come here to Cadillac of New Orleans. Award-winning service and the world's finest luxury vehicles available daily.
Now at Cadillac of New Orleans. New owners, new attitude on Lime Street and Rye in Metairie.
Well, cornerback won't be the only position under fire as the Saints preseason ends Thursday at Green Bay. Zach Strief said the 4th game brings a lot of pressure for all the young guys.
It's a unique deal as a player, as a young guy, because it's such a big game for you, and yet it's kind of, you almost rushed into it. You know, you play a game on Sunday, we come out, we practice against each other. Tomorrow they hand you a list of plays, and then the next day you go and play, and you're playing for your career, basically. So I think the guys in the locker room understand and respect that, and you know, we'll do anything to help those guys get ready. But at the end of the day, I think they want to see those guys go in and work on what they've been working on, and it's a big game. It's an emotional game for young guys.
And defensive tackle Kevin Williams said, "Don't worry about the lack of preseason pass rush."
We sitting at no sacks week 6, then we might have a problem. You know, let's see how the season starts. We're not worried a bit about getting pressure on the quarterback. I mean, I think all the preseason games, I don't know, we've been putting the clock on it, and they're not holding it very long. I mean, I think if they hold another second, we got guys there. But I mean, all we see is the guys completing balls and no sacks on the ground right now. But as a defensive front, we're not really worried right now.
Great points there from a seasoned veteran in Kevin Williams, 13 seasons in the league. Definitely somebody the younger guys should be able to look up to. That's all for now. We'll see you again on Thursday.